până kayo lukos. Aj just goro, balsostejal.
I'd like to take on the race.
We will ride straight away, do not worry. But first, I will tell you how things work around here. So you do not whine later that you had no idea what is what.
You're right. So how do these races work then? What do I need to know?
First, you should know these races are a bit different from the one you run against Tibor. You lost the bet as well, so listen more carefully to this. Once a day, up above the camp, four fellas meet and arrange a race. We have a small spot, right next to Bebrek's circuit. Each race starts and finishes there. Then race checkpoints are set up around the area, depending on which course is chosen. They are placed in spots the locals know. Though these local names are tough for outsiders. Places like Zeleov or Tachovitz, not to mention all those ponds.
What do the checkpoints look like?
There are two poles with flags, next to which there is a fire pit. Smoke rises from it, and someone usually stands by it. The trick is to figure out the best path from one to the next, and so on until the finish. You can ride through the forest, weave between trees and rocky slopes, or stick to firm roads and make your journey longer.
It'd be an advantage to know the countryside well.
Do not worry. Some local lads manage to get lost a few steps from their own birthplaces. You can decide for yourself how tough you want it to be. But take care. The best riders here know the land inside out and are not afraid to take shortcuts at the gallop. Anything else you want to know?
Tell me quickly how these races work.
Once a day we meet up about the camp and decide on the route. Then checkpoints are placed at the known spots around the region. Whoever passes all of them and returns to the start the fastest wins.
How does the race difficulty work?
You can choose from 3 levels. An easy race is for less experienced riders and slower horses. A difficult race is for those born in the saddle, riding the fastest beasts. And the middle one is somewhere between those two.
Tell me about the bets.
I will collect the stakes and lock them in the chest. They will stay there until the race is over. The winner gets everything except his own stake. Whoever finishes second gets his stake back. The rest have to hope for better luck next time.
What if the race just doesn't suit me? Can I quit?
Do me a favor. Come to me and excuse yourself, so we do not wait for no reason. You will forfeit your stake and can only race again the following day. Still better than wearing out both your horse and yourself. If you decide to give up halfway, we will not wait. After some time, I will simply end the race.
Tell me more about these checkpoints. Where are they located?
So I do not have to memorize every boulder around here. I pick just a few places. Which ones are you interested in? Across the road from the Semin fortress, there is a small pond. If you ride directly east from the start, the checkpoint is along the right bank.
Give me some tip.
Besides your horse's stamina, keep an eye on your own as well. If you tire quickly, have something to bolster you before the race. Aranka might help with that. She sells all sorts of brews and potions. If you forget anything, drop by and we will go over it. But now, we are off.
What am I facing now?
The first challenge is just a simple warm-up race. Just so you see how it goes and get a feel for how to handle the horse.
Where are we going?
To Semin. There is a little pond across the road from the fortress. Once the race starts, you ride east. Go round the pond on the right through the checkpoint, then drive your horse straight back towards me. We will do it without bets this time. But the fellas will not go easy on you. Tirdenle Ashvar. The saddle and straps clatter. Hoofs of steel glisten. Get set.
Go! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Finally pushing that
Woo!
guy.
We did it!
Servus,
He's really pushing that guy. Another one has crossed the line.
Finally!
Christ, it's hot out.
Savore sokamen frišne graja. Let us cheer up the defeated
I knew
by
it.
mocking
Yeah.
the winner a bit.
Hey!
I bet on you, lad. So, which place did I finish in?
You came first. Congratulations. But that was just a little warm-up ride. To let the horse get used to it, you know? The second race is going to be a proper event with all the bells and whistles. The lads would not mind another go. Are you in?
Call them and let's go.
Like I say, now you will be going for the real race. Still without bets, though. You will be passing 3 checkpoints. The first one is by that Samin pond, which you already know. Then you will continue east to the Jar homestead. And finally, you will head northwest to Jeleo. The last checkpoint is right on the village green, so be careful not to run anyone over. Then get back west to us, straight to the finish line. Are you keeping up?
Pond, then east, then northwest, and west to the finish.
Watch out for the livestock grazing in the fields. Do not head out on the horse and come back on a cow. Let us ride. First place or nothing. Tirdenle Ashvar. The saddle and straps clatter. Hoofs of steel glisten. In a moment.
Go! Go! Ga! Ga! My God! Which way now? Go! Come on, we can do it. Go. Go, go, go! Quick! Go! Whoa, whoa. We made it!
And Henry is first at the
Whoa, whoa.
I should get going.
They have his Bartalo.
The others have not reached the finish. Be patient.
How did it all end, Mikolai?
A second victory for you. And that was a proper racing event. Good job. I reckon I know which course you will do last. Feel like another run? For a change, we do not have to wait all day.
Why not? I'm already here.
Let us do this. I have figured out the final challenge. There will be 4 checkpoints this time. Quiet the road. Still with no bets.
Let's hear it.
The first checkpoint is on the green in Zheleyov, which you know already. You will head northeast from the start, out of the village, and carry on that way. The second checkpoint is not far from the quarry, below that twin-tower castle on the hill. Then you will head south to the Troskowitz graveyard. Once you have passed that checkpoint, keep going south to the greengrocer's farm in Slatego. Then go west from Slatego straight to the finish line.
Whew. So that's twice northeast, twice south, then west for the finish.
Finish first, and I will accept your word in the dispute. Without Zamor's favor, you will not stand a chance anyway. Let us set off. Tirdenle Ashvar. The saddle and straps clatter. Hoofs of steel glisten. Prepare yourselves.
Go, go, quick! Go! Whoa, whoa. Quick! We can do it! Ka! Just a bit further. Go! Keep it up. On to the next. Come on. Go. Ka! Go. Come on. We can do it. Quick. Keep it up. I'm back again. Quick. Quick. Go. Quick.
Whoa, whoa.
Ka! Keep it up. Ah!
Finally, pushing them.
There! Gotta catch our breath.
Servus, Sartukejal. The others are still racing. Wait here with us. I have been waiting for you here.
How did it all end, Mikolai?
First place! It was a joy to watch, I tell you. You have covered 3 laps now, so you know what it is like racing with Zamur at your side. I take your word as equal to a true Lavaris.
I'm glad to hear it.
If you want to try again, feel free to drop by. But I will be taking bets and only letting you ride once a day, so the horse is not run into the ground. You will have more routes to choose from, and I will put the region's best riders up against you. There is plenty to look forward to.
It seems I've completed your tasks.
Well done! Our agreement stands. I accept you as a proven horseman. You should still go and see Bibrek now.
Isn't it enough that I finished your challenge? Maybe we can convince him now.
Trust me, I have known him longer than you have. He would take it as an insult, and you or your horse would end up with an arrow in their backside.
So be it. I'll go and see Bibrek.
Greetings to you.
Good day, sir.
rode those 3 races for Mikolai. Can't we settle your quarrel right now?
You would pass up the queen of all riding contests? No chance. I almost took offense. But you wanted to save the best for last, did you not?
Exactly. So what exactly is mounted archery like? What do I need to know?
Before you ride your first race, you must know at least the basic rules. Otherwise, you would feel like a foal having kumis poured over its head. We ride up above the camp, where I have set up a circuit. I paced it all out myself, so the paths are narrow and the horses can only manage a canter. They are afraid to go faster. Do not try it anyway. You cannot really shoot properly at a gallop because you need your hands free. If you do not want to guide the horse yourself, let it follow the path. It will find the right route on its own.
What can I shoot with?
A bow or a small crossbow. I will always give you a bit of ammunition at the start. We have 3 types of targets, each with different points. Different courses have different scoring systems. On each of them you compete against the points I scored there.
How do I know which way to go?
The course you will ride is always marked. If you still get lost, just leave the route to your horse and focus on shooting.
Anything else?
You have limited time to score points, so do not stop anywhere. If you miss something, you miss it. Just ride on. If you finish before time runs out, you get 5 bonus points. Anything else you would like to know?
Tell me what the courses look like.
They are all on the circuit, where I will always mark clear paths. Some are short, some are longer, some are straight, and some are winding. They also have various names. Each one has 3 difficulty levels: easy, hard, and Tengri's legendary.
Tengri's legendary?
That is for riders who are not satisfied with even the hard courses. First of all, you must ride those only with a bow. There are so many targets that you will not have time to reload the crossbow. Lord of the Heavens Tengri likes to break his own rules, so those courses are full of all sorts of traps and obstacles. And remember I said you can tell your horse to run on its own?
Certainly.
So you cannot do that there. I will sprinkle the paths with my secret spice mixture, which confuses the horse. You will have to help it. We always have a good laugh when someone rides them for the first time. Crashes into everything and misses every target. But you can learn those Tengri courses. All it takes is patience and a good aim.
How do you know how much time I have and how much I've got left?
For each course, I keep a rhythm in my head. Sometimes we go for 40 drum beats, sometimes 55, and sometimes 85. Boom, 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 boom. You can make up some little tune if you like. Just don't spook your horse. When half the time is up, I'll blow a horn so you know how you are doing.
Can't you explain it in a clearer way? How long will it take?
60 drum beats is a shock. That's about 3 Lord's prayers.
All right. I can picture that now. Thanks. Tell me how scoring works.
I hang 3 types of targets around the course. A round one is worth 1 point. A straw dummy, which is a bit harder to hit, is 3 points. And the basket is worth 5 points. You do not have to hit the center. It is enough to knock them down.
Well, that sounds rather easy.
You'd be surprised. I recently had to change the rules. Archers kept stopping right in front of the targets, scared they would not score enough. In the end, they only saw the first bend of the course and their horses hardly trotted at all. So, if you reach the finish before time runs out, you get 5 bonus points. That should spur you on.
A nice incentive.
Tried and tested.
How do the bets work?
Whatever you stake, if you win, you get double. If you shoot the same, you just get your stake back. And if you score too few, you got nothing.
Can I get some practice shooting before I have to pay for it?
The smallest bet is just a few groschen. Think of it as paying me for setting all this up for you. If I had to put up koboks for you as well, you would be paying more.
What can I shoot with?
When you come to me, have a bow or a small crossbow on your back. I need to see right away that you are ready. Anything bigger will not let you reload on horseback, and you will only embarrass yourself.
What if I want to end the race early?
Just go ahead and leave if you want. Time we run out, I will take the stake, back up the targets, and go and have my gruel.
What trick would you suggest?
If you feel like your horse is running the course too fast, load it up with some heavier gear. It is fine if he's without horseshoes for a bit. The ground is soft enough. Swap out gear until you find the speed that works best for your shooting. And do not worry, even the slowest horse can handle each course.
Will you set up a course for me?
I do not see any weapon on your back that is used for shooting around here. First get yourself a bow. Or a small crossbow.
I'd like to ride a shooting course.
I am ready. First, you will ride the course I call Torque. It is more than enough to get acquainted with mounted archery. It is not particularly difficult and it is fairly long, so you will have plenty of time to try everything. It just goes in a loop, so let your horse follow the path. It will leave your hands free for shooting. To win, you only need to match my number of points. If you shoot more, so much the better for you. For starters, I will waive the bets as well. That is what a good soul I am.
All right, let's get to it.
Legyen ez a ló páratlan! Legyen gyors a csikója! Vágjon gyorsan az esze! Henry is ready. Hold on!
I've got you. Where did it go? Den Wolle! How's that possible? Oh, damn it! Hit! Ach, den Wolle!
We are finished!
Lost my mind. I bet on you.
All right, tell me.
That was not good enough. You are only just getting started. Do you want to ride some more?
Hang the targets, and off we go.
The first challenge is still the Torque course. You will learn the basics best on this one, because it is long enough to let you try everything you need. Let us get ready. Jön a tömeg! Áldozz dicsérjük! Ready? Just a moment!
Yeah, yeah! Woohoo! Sacra! Yeah! How's that possible? Yes! Take that!
Whoa, whoa.
Befejeződött! Come and get your results.
How did I fare?
You have conquered the first course. I knew you would manage it. Though Korachin's spirit must have helped you a bit. For the second challenge, you will ride a different course. I think I might already know which one. Since you are already here, will you ride?
For sure.
For the second challenge, you could try Huntskull. It is not much harder than the first one, but its shape is a bit different. Halfway through, it crosses the center of the loop. If you let him, your horse will find the right path on his own. I will allow you the same or higher point total than I have on that course. And do not worry about wagers just yet.
I'm curious to see how this goes.
Az ősök gyökeréből ered, de előre tör tovább és tovább. Előre zúdul, mint a folyó. Henry's ready. Hold on.
Yes! Yeah, yeah! Hey, third in a row. Where did it go? Where did it go?
Whoa.
Mister Gajo, mister!
All done.
I knew I made the right
Are you com-
So, how did it turn out?
If I counted correctly, you have now finished the second test. You improve with every hit. Only the third and final challenge remains for you. Since you are already here, will you ride?
Let's do it.
Now the third and last course awaits you. You are already doing better than the most seasoned Cuman. You deserve a real challenge. I will set up the course I call Wineskin.
Oh, and which way does it lead?
That I will not tell you. But do not worry. There are still markers. We will not bet on it. And again, I will accept either your win or matching my points. If you manage it, you are done.
Let's do it then.
Legyen ez a ló páratlan! Legyen gyors a csikója! Vágjon gyorsan az esze! Ready? Just a moment!
Almost. Fuck. God. Hit. Where did it go? Slowly. Nice and slow. Hey! Woohoo! 1, 2, 3. God!
Whoa.
Hi, John, Bibi.
How did I fare?
Hey, not great. You are only just getting started. Do you want to ride some more?
Let's do it.
The final challenge is still the wineskin course. Ride this, and I will trust you to settle our dispute. Then let us go. For Karacsin! Az ősök gyökeréből ered! De előre tör! Előre! Get ready. Just a moment.
Down it goes. Ah! Ooh, yeah. Hey. Hey, third in a row. Down it goes.
Whoa! Whoa!
All right. Tell me.
Do not play dumb. The third course is conquered. And if Karachin were alive, he would deem you his equal. I look at you that way too. So I shall trust your word in the altar dispute.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
You have enough skill now to try other courses and difficulty levels too. And make sure you place a wager next time. Drop by.
I've completed the challenges. You and Mikolai promised to abide by my ruling.
And we shall keep that promise. We will decide it at the altar, right before Karachin's eyes.
Just you wait. All right, let's get to it. You trust me to judge fairly and end this dispute. I've conscientiously completed both of your challenges. And I must say, me and my horse had a great time.
Fine, we understand, but what about the altar?
Well, who does it belong to?
I think...
Wait! If you decide in my favor, I will teach you a riding technique you cannot learn anywhere else.
Ha! I have something even better. Agree with me and I will teach you my secret archery trick.
You think I can't judge fairly? Suit yourselves. Tell me about that technique, Bibrek.
My grandfather taught me this technique, and I would appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. I will teach you how to hold your seat properly, so you get the best draw on your bow and give your arrows more power.
And now you, Mikolai. Tell me about your technique.
My father taught me this trick, and I will gladly pass it on to you. I will teach you how to read the terrain and roads. If anyone waits around the bend, they will not catch you off guard.
So, that's that.
Let me help you a bit more with this decision. Say the altar belongs to Karachin, and you will get his Shanfrön. I need not tell you what a rarity that is.
What good is Shanfron? The horse can hardly see the road in it. Henry, if the altar goes to Zamur, I will give you his bridle. It will make your horse fly like the wind.
You two are quite a pair. But let's not spend 3 days over this. My final decision. The altar shall from this day forth and forever belong to... both of them. To Zamur and to Karachin.
What?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
The wisest possible decision. There was no other way, or you'd just keep on bickering forever. You know, as I looked more closely at Mikolai's fences, Bibrek's targets, and finally that altar of yours, it is like your marks on this region. Something that wasn't here before that you brought with you. Both of you must miss your homeland, your people and your traditions. No wonder that here in a foreign land, you want to create your own piece of home, well, at least until you leave for somewhere else. The altar, the pennants in the fields, and the targets along the roads will remain here for some time, even after you're gone. But look at yourselves. A fella might think you're like brothers, or two cockerels on one dung pile.
Brothers? For your information, Zamur had only one son, and that is me.
I knew it. I knew Zamur was not some famed horseman.
Oh yes, he was. But he also happened to be my father, so there.
If my grandfather Karachin heard you, he would laugh himself off his horse. Though it would be for the first and last time.
I knew Karachin had to be some relation of yours. So, there you have it, Henry. Still insist on that decision?
I kind of suspected there was something more personal to it. My decision stands. The altar should belong to both of you, your horses, and your contests. Is it really such a terrible compromise?
It is not.
But since you act like you know both of us so well...
Then you surely know our horses too.
I got mine from my father as a shivering foal.
And I got mine from my grandfather. He recognized a good horse even when his sight was failing.
So, tell us their names.
First of 1,000 and truth?
You missed like a cumin misses a target.
I even know that Bibrek's mare is a first of 1,000. Tumnie?
And Mikolai writes tooth. In their tongue, he's called Dund.
So I ride races and shoot like a fool, and you just toss me aside? Farewell, then.
Wait a moment.
You tried to trick us, and it did not work.
Here, at least take something from us as a keepsake.
Perhaps it will help you win some silver that you can wager with us next time.
Well, at least I'm not leaving empty-handed.
If you want to try racing again, you know where to find me.
And if you would prefer real fun with a bow or crossbow, I would be glad.
Well, thanks. Maybe another time.
You know what I'm thinking, Mick?
What?
That we did not find common ground until the same outsider tried to swindle both of us.
Dilino. No, Chacho. You are right.
In the evening, we will drink a toast to that rascal. All right?
Definitely. God bless.
Welcome back among the living.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Thanks to the herbs you brought, my fever broke, and I finally learned what was going on. It will take some time, but I'll believe I'll be all right eventually.
Take care, friend.
Careful!
Hey, fellow.
I'll be glad to have a drink with you fellows.
That's precisely what young Petska and me are doing here. We like to roll dice, too.
Well, I'll be more than happy to play with you. But first, I need to know who you are.
No worries there. I'm Bohush. Me and Petska here are just honest-to-goodness labourers.
Not that it's any of my concern, but you don't look like labourers to me. What's with the weapons?
Well, the roads can be very perilous nowadays, so it's good to have a piece of steel for protection, right? Luckily, it usually only takes a well-aimed smack or a couple of punches, and I can lay anyone out with my bare hands.
You smell of horse sweat, yet I see no horses.
Look, no disrespect, we may not be labourers, true, but we're no crooks neither. In short, we look for horses, for a very well-heeled mistress. But only strays, that's all.
So, horse traders for hire?
Yeah, something like that. But we're pretty bored right now, and we're at a loose end.
You say you're good at wrestling?
Oh yeah, I could show you if you want.
Well, I'll wager I'm a better fighter than you any day, Bohush.
You're on. I'll gladly smash you up and earn some coin in the process. I'm just... Fuck, that was well fought. Here's your coin as promised. We're even, right?
Nice fight. A nicer coin. Goodbye, Bohush.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you.
No. It needs a bit more.
Why are you sneaking around here, you vagabond?
Aye, that's why I asked. A few of our people would pay him if he could do something similar with our abandoned iron mill.
Iron mills have nothing to do with dyeing, though, do they?
Of course not. We already have a master smithy and laborers, but we need... That's right.
Henry, I'm glad you turned up. I could use some advice. What do you think of this sword? I paid Osina my last few groschen for it, and even had to paint a lewd picture above his bed. But I feel like he cheated me.
Well, honestly, I can't tell much at a glance. But why do you even need a sword? Your customers refusing to pay?
No, I'm preparing for my final unfinished work here in the Trotsky region. A duel to the death.
You never give a thought to drinking wenches or whether you need new boots, do you? Now you've truly lost your mind.
On the contrary, I finally see everything clearly. I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago.
Well, that's just great. Who are you planning to fight?
His name is Burkhard, a thief, a bandit, and above all, a murderer. There's been a bounty on his head for quite some time.
And you've suddenly decided to become a protector of the region?
It's not the region I want to protect. It's my own sanity.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Very funny. I feel like someone keeps whispering in my ear, Burkhard must die. He must die. Over and over again. I can't even work anymore.
Why's that?
It's because I know Burkhard. He's the old acquaintance I need to meet.
What kind of man is this Burkhard, anyway?
A vile one, if you can call him a man at all. He's known for beating his victims to death with a helmet, just for pleasure. He even has a special notch on it, just for that purpose.
If you've known this man for so long, why are you only deciding to get rid of him now?
Don't think I just woke up one day and decided to go kill him. Honestly, when I found out he was here, my first thought was to run. But on my way out of here, I was nearly hit by an arrow.
The archer and the gambler?
Mm-hmm. I realized it was a sign. I couldn't run, so I started looking for ways to get rid of Burkhard.
What kind of ways?
I'm not sure I should even tell you.
Look at me. At everything I've done for you. Don't you think you can trust me?
Henry. My friend. All right, I won't beat around the bush. You know how I said I feel like someone keeps whispering in my ear. Burkhard must die. He must die. I can't sleep, eat, or work because of it. So I've tried to get that murderer out of my head using some unchristian methods. That shrine and the egg. They weren't about my artistic experiments, but my desperation.
What were you doing at Veles's shrine?
When our Lord wouldn't help me, I tried praying to someone else.
What was the egg for? You're not hunting down a basilisk somewhere, are you?
No, definitely not. I really did use it for the paint. And also for a kind of prayer.
Holy Mary.
She wasn't the one I prayed to.
You know what? Let's not talk about it anymore. So, you're just going to trade your brush for a sword and kill a wanted murderer, yeah?
What else can I do? I can't get him out of my head. And the law clearly doesn't care. So let God judge us. I'll challenge Burkhard to a fair duel.
I don't mean to underestimate you, but there wouldn't be anything fair about that. Fine, but I still don't understand why this man weighs so heavily on your mind. How do you know him?
No, I can't tell you that.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, Henry. I know I'm not giving you many answers, but believe me, I'm telling you everything I can.
You lied to me the whole time. You dodged all my questions. I'm not going to send you to your death. We'll have to come up with another way to deal with Burkhard.
I don't see any other way. I've waited 35 years to see someone take down that bastard. And in the meantime, he's lived his whole life in freedom. Do you know how many lives he took from others?
Isn't there another way to solve this?
And how? Wait for a miracle? Or for him to drop dead?
What if I somehow persuaded him to leave? Would that help?
No, I'm not afraid he'll do anything to me, but I can't bear the thought that the bastard is still alive.
Oh, come on, let it go. How about we head down to the kitchen instead? Magnetta will pour you some wine, and you'll feel better in no time.
Don't you think I haven't tried? I know you mean well, but this screaming in my head can't be silenced with wine.
I'll take care of him myself. After all, it wouldn't be the first time I've nudged justice along.
I can't ask that of you. I've already involved you more than is healthy for your immortal soul.
Don't worry. If I end up in hell, it certainly won't be because of your Burkhard.
Henry, do you mean it?
If I challenge him to a duel, it'll still be fair, won't it?
I suppose so.
How will I know it's Burkhard?
I'd say his sins will be written all over his face, but I'm not naive. He'll definitely have his helmet with a notch on the brim.
Who put the bounty on him?
If I remember correctly, it was the bailiff of Troskowitz, and that means something. I've heard Thrush isn't one to part with his money easily, but without proper proof, he won't give you the bounty.
A fella like that won't be alone, will he? Does he have a gang?
I'd bet my boots he does. At least half a dozen men. But since we're on the subject, I'd like to ask you for something. Burkhard likes to recruit young lads with no sense of purpose in life. He promises them money, wenches, and respect. And they repay him with blind loyalty. Sometimes even with their lives. Feel free to rough them up a bit or kick their asses, but don't kill them. I know very well they're not evil, just lost souls. And I feel sorry for people like that.
How do you know so much about them?
Let's just say I've met a few of them before.
All right. I'll try not to hurt them. Unless it's absolutely necessary. If you were preparing to face him, you must know where to find him, right?
Not exactly, unfortunately. They say he's hiding somewhere in Apollonia, and that was enough for me. I plan to find him by ear. A gang like that can be heard miles away.
So, now I know everything. And don't worry, it'll all turn out fine.
Are you sure I shouldn't handle this myself? Or at least go with you?
It'll be simpler this way. Trust me.
All right then. And thank you, friend.
Christ, it's hot out.
Nothing to your liking, sir? What a beautiful horse. Greetings to you, friend. Slow down, you idiot!
God! Die!
Whoa!
Burkhard and his band should be skulking around here somewhere.
Peklo přežijem, Burghard, Burghard, a pak se s ním opijem, Burghard, Burghard.
You! Get out, now! I'm counting to 10! Calm down. I'm just gonna talk to Burkhard. I'll find him, talk to him, and then I'm gone. So, you're the famous Burkhard.
The one and only. And you're supposed to be... who, exactly?
I'm Henry of Skalitz.
And what brings you here, Henry of Skalitz?
I came because of my friend. And also for the bounty on your head.
Straight to the point, I like that. How about joining me instead? There's always room for someone with your kind of balls.
Join you? Never. It was bastards like you who slew my parents.
Ah, what a pity. So, what are we going to do about my head? I'm sorry to say it's stuck pretty firmly on my shoulders.
I offer you the chance to end your wretched life with honor. A duel to the death.
I've killed more people than I can count, but an honorable duel, that's a first. All right, let's do it.
Draw your weapon then. And don't try any tricks with that helmet.
Oh, looks like you know quite a bit about me. What a shame to lose you.
Let's rip a new one! Coming to help!
Ha! Fuck you!
He's dead! Right before we get killed too!
Christ, this must be the helmet the painter was talking about. I should take it as proof. killed Burkhard the Bloody, so you can put him out of your mind. Well, right after you pay me the bounty.
Not so fast, lad. Do you have any proof?
I have his helmet. Look at the ridged brim. Perfectly made for murder.
That's the one. I don't even want to know how many people it's sent to their graves. Well, at least there's one less swine in the world.
Greetings to you too.
Everything all right, eh?
Ave Maria.
I'd say you can sleep peacefully again. Burkhard is dead. I killed him.
Finally. After all these years. But
what?
I don't know. I suppose I thought I'd feel a lot more relieved. All those years of suffering. And what's at the end of it? Still the same emptiness. But don't let that trouble you. Tell me, what you did with Burkhard's gang.
I only killed Burkhard. I left the others alone. But whether any of them will change their ways, I can't say. Maybe I just made someone else's life harder in the future.
That's possible, I won't lie to you. But even so, I'm proud of you. By the way, what about Burkhard's helmet? Do you have it with you?
Sure. Why do you ask?
I was just thinking it could use a splash of color. And not just it. I could paint that cursed helmet on your shield. What do you say?
Do whatever you think best. I'm just glad you didn't get yourself killed.
Just make sure you don't regret it later. But I truly appreciate everything you've done for me. I hope you know that. And before you go, I'll paint that helmet nicely for you. You'll be amazed.
Now, gratitude is a fine thing, but still. I saved you from wolves, looked for pagan shrines and basilisk eggs for you. Don't you think you owe me something?
If it's about coin...
To start with, a few clear answers would do. What's your real name? Voiter doesn't seem to suit you. And that Voitechus? I can never remember it.
See? And both are true. One in Czech and the other in Latin. But I've had many names in my life. Some completely ordinary. Others so grand they'd leave you breathless. But just call me Voiter. And don't trouble yourself with the rest. Oh, would it change anything between us if I told you I'm now Wizard Zito or John Barleycorn?
Where did you get that skull of yours?
What kind of question is that? Where did you get yours?
What? Well, obviously, it's mine. I've had it since I was born.
See? And it's the same with me. Maybe I didn't have it in the cradle, but it's always been here, waiting for me. somewhere.
How did you really find out about Velis's shrine? Even the locals have almost forgotten it.
You'd be surprised at all the things I know, and all the things you could know, if you stopped now and then to think.
What really happened between you and Burkhard? You said you knew him. How?
Henry, please, don't ask me about him. I'll gladly talk with you about anything else, but I want to put him out of my head for good. Out of both of them.
Well, thanks a lot for your answer.
Are you angry with me? I swear I haven't lied to you.
Only because you didn't tell me anything worthwhile. You're quick to change your tune, aren't you?
It's just... everything is more complicated than it seems. But you're right. You deserve an answer. Except, between these walls, it's hard for me to open up. I need to be on solid ground, at home, to speak more freely. My work here in the Trotsky region is finally done, but I'll stay a little while longer. I'd like to get to know the place better, and with a bit of luck, I won't end up tied to a tree this time. But I'll head home soon, to Kutenberg. You know what? Stop by and see me there sometime. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about.
All right then. I'll meet you in Kuttenberg.
I can't wait, my friend.
What would you like?
I need to take a load off.
And what are you interested in, sir?
I've got a few wounds that need taking care of, and I need a hot bath. And wash my clothes, too, so I don't look like a beggar.
All right, but money up front.
I'll gladly pay you.
Excellent. You'll find exactly what you're looking for in my baths. I hope you'll only need a bath next time, sir. Those wounds of yours need to heal up first.